Good Friday morning, good people. Y'all, it's so doggone cold. This shit don't make no sense. It's cold. Us Chattanooga people, we used to this weather like this for real. It ain't been cold like this in a long time. And when I ain't got no blood, well, with me not having blood, it's extremely cold for me. Anyway, let's get back to it. Because if y'all have not done your research, and I'm not saying everybody in the back is just listening just to be listening. Now y'all can go do your research too. I mean, shoot, I give you the doggone the titles, I give you the videos. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to go off of my videos. Just go click on any one of these doggone people I done gave you in their videos. I'm pretty sure you can just click on any video and it's probably still something that I done told you about that's going on. So I'm just saying, like, I just be trying to give y'all the heads up of what I'm listening to. And y'all know anything that I listen to, the feds listen to, because they track phones. They ain't got to sit here and look at no doggone YouTube page. They actually see what you do on your phone. Get what they see. I talk to my kids. I talk to my man. I call about business situations. I play solitary. Now look at YouTube couples and videos and pranks and listen to readings whenever I feel like it, when I can actually pay attention. So the only reason why I don't listen to readings around other people is because I can't pay attention. Like I literally have to rewind it multiple times because it's something that I missed. I don't care if it's a sign. I don't care if they were talking about something. I got to know how to plug it in, because it's just energy. I'm trying to plug it into the person that it belongs to. That's what I try to do in the background. So I was with my dude one day. I think we was at work. And well, the dude that I was with, y'all, it's still an up in the air decision about that because I'm just not finna just be falling for no anything. I'm not saying he's anything. Like he's a great man. He's honestly, y'all, it's a man that some of y'all would definitely want. I told you he don't do nothing. He go to work, he work hard, he take care of himself and what he gotta take care of. He ain't got no kids. Like he's a great man and he was always telling me what he did tell me. With very much confidence, he's husband material. But I think that he needs to understand that he has to work on some things before he's actually like husband material. I mean, he has the good basic foundation to be a great man and husband. Understand that, yeah. But honey, it's a lot of other stuff that goes along with it. Apparently, he ain't had no woman that was gonna speak to him the way I speak to him about certain things. Because just because you comfortable in your life and you don't feel like you doing nothing else and you feel like you can just provide, that's not all that a woman wants, honey. I can provide for my damn self. If you ain't bringing in no extras, then you got to go. I'm just saying. But anyway, yes, I work with a man that I was talking to, am talking to, whatever the case may be. um, it ain't even been a whole 24 hours since I ain't talked to him. I just ain't saying nothing. And anybody that know me or has dated me, I can go a long time without talking to you until you actually mustered up enough courage to come and talk to me about why I'm not talking to you. That's the big thing. Because he tell me all the time, I know when you mad at me because you don't say nothing. I'm just like, yeah. And that's for you to take heed to the mother sucking message and actually figure out why I'm not talking to you because it's something that you did. And I'm not going to keep on, you know, I used to go to people all the time and try to talk about my problems or what made me feel like this and what happened and all the rest of it. And then it's like people would just nudge me off like, no, you got a problem with everything. I'm just like, nah, because if it was you, you would probably have an issue with what I'm saying. I got an issue with you. So I'm just, putting that out there. Once again, I like everything to be fair and equal. I ain't finna be treated in a way that I don't treat nobody else. Even when it comes to words, understanding, encouragement, all the rest of that. If you're not giving the same thing that I'm putting out and I'm giving to you, then it's F you. Period. Point blank, period. Anywho, um, where was I going with this? I don't know. Why every time I start talking about something, I guess because I'm not talking to you, you want me to talk to you, but you don't want to talk to me. You do the same thing that other boy be doing. I mean, shit irritating. Okay, so I just got done talking to my kiddos as usual, talk to them every morning. They said they finna get ready to go see their little sister. I said, okay, I don't tell my children nothing. But Mr. Hester, come on, chime on in, because I was waiting to the end to get to you, because you hot-headed and you ain't got no doggone brain most of the time. You play a good role and try to act like you got it. I don't know, do you really have good sense or do you not? I mean, because, all them police reports and other documents say that you don't have them all. Man, oh, not to mention, oh, baby, they pulling up doggone police reports when me and you end up going to jail, and they figured out why we end up going to jail, or why I end up going to jail. And the same story that I told, far as me sitting in the doggone car, that's exactly what the police officers seen when they pulled up. Me sitting in my truck, right? And you at my home that you did not live in, and you was supposed to be coming to get your child. It's even text messages saying that you was supposed to be coming just to get your child, and you tried to make it seem like it was about some other stuff, and it wasn't. I left my home, went to go get some cigarettes and Rellos. I'm tired of telling this damn story. Came back, and you was standing right there at my back door with my doggone phone. And I mean, Mr. Freeman, you already know that case was BS. because you was the person that was watching our child at the time, because you was the person I was talking to. And what did I tell you when I got home from court? These people wanted me to get an order of protection out against this man to keep me and my child safe. Period. But no, 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 Mr. Esther, that's not it. That's not it. There's more. You know that they was actually recording, well, not recording, but documenting how you were acting when we both was arrested. Wasn't you sitting up there bamming on them doggone walls trying to talk to me? Y'all, them concrete ass walls in jail. He was bamming on the walls trying to talk to me, screaming and hollering. Then they had to put him in one of them little cage little things, you know, like where they had to separate folks in solitude. I don't know what the hell they was doing, but all I do know is they said they had to have like 3, 4 million to go in there and act. I don't know what the fuck you was over there doing, but you was over there acting a doggone fool. And if I'm not mistaken, after you had that incident, that's when you end up having to go to Mox and Ben, because they had to go ahead and admit you. Now, me with my stupid tail self, y'all, the reason why I did not get an order of protection out against Mr. Helster when all this was going on 3 years ago is because I wanted to give my daughter a chance of actually knowing her father, being around her father. That's it. And I didn't want, I'm not trying to be funny, but this is what I say. I didn't want no white folks or no justice systems or whatever. I didn't, this is my life. I didn't want nobody else dictating what's going on or what could go on, because it's not about me. It's about my children. And I didn't want whatever happened or transpired between me and him to keep him or keep my daughter from actually having a relationship with her father. If y'all can understand that. That's the main reason why I didn't call the police on Dallas multiple times. That's the main reason why I didn't call the police on you, Mr. Freeman, because of y'all children. My kids. Now, I should have been getting some doggone help with all the stuff that y'all was doing, because every last one of y'all done physically done harmed me. Yeah. I mean, not necessarily, but Jeremy, you too doggone big to be putting your doggone hands or body weight or anything on anybody. Mm-hmm. You remember the incident about my hand being cut and I was actually pregnant at the time? You wasn't even caring that I was pregnant with your own doggone child. Remember the incident where you came to my house on Christmas and you was beating down my doggone door and my kids was in here and you didn't care about my kids or your son that was in here? It's a lot of stuff that y'all have done that I could have put y'all ass in jail for a long time ago. Not to mention the criminal stuff that y'all have done. That's what y'all going down for. So, I mean, to each his own. Maybe if I would have did something about it a long time ago, y'all would have learned y'all lesson, and maybe y'all wouldn't have continued on with this mess, thinking that you was gonna keep on getting away with it. But back to you, Mr. Hester. Um, you ain't supposed to have my child. When they sat there and they looked at your doggone mental record, your history, and you going in and out of jail, and not to mention, didn't you say that you still on probation or something like that, where you ain't supposed to be around me, and I just got that information, but you got my child? So I mean, once again, if I was to go around you, then I would be the person getting in trouble, or like your mama said, you would get in trouble being around me or me being around you, because I didn't know that you wasn't supposed to be around me, especially because you've been around for the last 2 doggone years. I mean, the court only told you certain things. I wasn't in there when they told you this. I wasn't in there when you agreed to whatever some plea. I wasn't in there, so you know more than I know. Now, once again, Mr. White, they're figuring out that you really just did this for doggone child support because you was behind on payments. You refused to actually work for 3 doggone years, and you wanted to take whatever monetary benefits you can get from our doggone children. And that's the reason why your behind decided to turn around and get a job a month after you got the kids, but you wasn't working for 3 straight years before you had our children, and you was staying in somebody else's home. So it ain't like that you was worried about where you could. And then you had vehicles. It was two. Y'all had 2 vehicles, so it wasn't like you couldn't get to work, like you had nothing going on. You just refused to work. Now, Mr. Freeman, you already you ended yourself with this doggone life insurance policy. When you stepped out my door and you communicated with somebody else that I don't communicate with about this life insurance policy, and you sat right there in my doggone face and told me this, how in the world you going? I'm gonna keep on saying this. How in the world you talking around other folks about some money that's mine? What did you get mad about it or what? Like, what was the problem? Shit, I had been waiting on it for fudging ever. Like, I don't understand that. You messed up when you did that. But Mr. Hester, back to you, because I've been talking about Mr. White and Mr. Freeman for the doggone longest, and you thought we was cool like that. You did. Mm-mm. Get what? I told you about the life insurance policy too. So when I came to you with all this mess, and you try to act like you ain't know nothing, you damn sure knew. Okay? So don't sit here and try to act like you didn't. I told you out of pure friendship. I told you, matter of fact, before I told Dallas and Mr. Freeman. Yeah, because I thought I could trust you like that. See, the thing is, I already had things planned out. Matter of fact, I had things planned out for y'all. I ain't gonna call you out your name. But once again, I had everybody set up because I'm just that type of woman. I had it to where Mr. White was gonna have a home for him and my children. Yep, I already told y'all about that. I was gonna buy me a home and I was gonna give him my Section 8 voucher because we were still legally married. Blah. And my children, I wouldn't have to worry about my kids going over anybody else's home. They would have had a home of their own. And I was just gonna pick up my personal belongings up at this house and leave him everything else in here. I'm talking about beds and everything. He wouldn't have had to worry about nothing for my kids. Now, Mr. Wide, you and your girlfriend know about that arrangement. I told you first, and I wanted to make it to where if you felt like telling her, you could. When I told you about that, you said you wasn't worried about being homeless. You pretty much didn't care about staying with her. You know your ain't shit ass demeanor, like you really don't care, like you wasn't planning on being with her anyway. Now go ahead and let that girl know that you've been using her just so you can get your kids and get a heads up and then end up leaving her ass. It's not no marriage there, ma'am. I'm trying to tell you, the man got to mentally in his head say he want to divorce me before he can ever think about marriage with you. Please make sure you get that done. Okay, sweetheart? Damn, that's all I'm saying. And go ahead and cover up that tattoo while you at it. I pay for it if I have to. I definitely will. Mr. Hester, you was gonna be the person that was gonna go with me where I go. Now you know about the certain situations that I had going on, even when it comes to these contracts that I was signing, things that I supposed to been doing this year. But you know, I said I wasn't moving till my kids got home until everything got situated. So it's still on the back burner. I mean, it's still there. You know, talent is always gonna be talent. I ain't worried about it. Um, but once again, mentally, I can't go off and do nothing until I know that my children are safe and okay. And you were the person I was gonna put in order of that. Actually, you know, you ain't got no job. You already got your own little income, and shoot, I know that I can trust you with my kids. I mean, even with June, like I done seen you with June. You done fed him. You done helped me take care of him for a little bit so I can get some rest. Like I was peeping everything for this last year to see who I need to put in what position in what place. And I feel like every last one of y'all failed me, so I had to put somebody else in that position. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. Now you already know that I told you about this money, but the thing is, y'all was so worried about this life insurance money that y'all wasn't concerned about what I was telling y'all was gonna happen surrounding the life insurance money. And it's actually more, it's bigger and major. It's actually a hell of a lot more major than somebody just giving me some life insurance money. Like it's big enough to the point where folks was trying to take my life for some life insurance money and then actually get a life insurance policy out on me so they can get paid for knocking me off. So of course, when I said something about the witness protection program and all the rest of that those stuff, it was gonna be one person I was gonna have to take with me. One. I already knew that. One person that because when I'm doing certain things, I'm gonna have to have somebody that I know I can trust with my kids. Y'all, that was it. Like I've been sitting here trying, and Mr. Freeman, you knew I wanted it to be you. I damn sure wanted it to be you. And it's not more for me. It was more for my kids because Dason just Dason really just can't get over the fact that you're just not in his life no more. Like he don't know what his germ is. Smoke don't know what his germ is. They don't know what's going on. They want to, they don't know nothing. You know their daddy not telling them nothing. And then lazy don't go. I mean, Chalk as you call her. She don't. You know how I am with my kids. They don't really know too many people. They don't go around folks. They don't. My kids don't create bonds with people like that. So that was the reason why I was holding on to you. It wasn't really too much me. I can shoot. You can be in this doggone house and I can just confirmation train. You could be in this house and I don't give a doggone about you. But as long as my kids happy, I can deal with you. So that's the reason why all that was going on. Because I was trying to find a decent person to actually put into a position for whatever else I got going on. I don't never tell y'all everything that I have going on. And I'm just trying to behind the scenes, but I had to watch y'all move. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you everything that I got going on. See, Dallas, I told you my moves. And as soon as I told you my moves, that's when all hell broke loose. Yep. Y'all, I was telling him about trying to get with Trick Daddy about putting, his soul food in grocery stores, doing it in the freezer section and stuff like that. Black owned businesses. If you got a restaurant, I'm pretty sure after hours you can get some folks in there to cook up some doggone meals, and we can vacuum seal them or something, whatever we got to do, and put it in stores. Mainly, only reason why I said that is because I want to eat good food, and I don't want to keep on going to the freezer station and get no pizza because I don't really eat pizza like that. I just like the toppings. So I was just at home working on business ideas and adventures and stuff, and people that I wanted to collab with. And I thought that I was actually sharing my, I thought I was sharing it with somebody that actually wanted what was best for me. So y'all got to understand, when I got information about this life insurance policy, my whole life had changed. I had plans. Get my kids a better home where they can actually go outside and run around in a gated yard, and I don't have to worry about my children. And they don't have to just stay in the house, where I can just let my dog run around and she don't have to stay in the house, where I can feel secure. A vehicle that I don't have to worry about no doggone check engine lights or nothing. A vehicle that was big enough to transport all my children safely. That's what I was worried about. It wasn't me trying to shit on y'all folks. Y'all think I care about jewelry and stuff like that? Now y'all petty. Now I do like jewelry. I do like my rings. But soon as I needed the money for other things, I gave it up. Cause that's just who I am. You know, some of y'all will hold on to some things and knowing that y'all ain't even finna have a roof over your head, but you'll walk outside like you got $1 million, and I'm just like, but who house you finna go back to? You know, y'all be out here stepping, and I don't feel like y'all be stepping for a cause for real. Like, you look good, but that's about it. Anywho, uh, yeah, I was expressing all this, and that's what hurt me the most, y'all. So if y'all want to see or y'all want to understand why I had so much emotion to all this, because when these men actually had already at one point in time fudged me over, Dallas, you definitely did so in this marriage and relationship. Whether you did it for money or not, it doesn't matter. You ain't supposed to under oath and under God. And we was in the church, the same church that my mama and my daddy got married into. And you said I do, knowing in the back of your doggone head that you had no plans on actually respecting me, honoring me, loving me, or none of that. And you brought children in the mix. You know God pissed off about that. Because you pretty much just spit in his doggone face. That's all I'm telling you. And y'all don't look at it in a biblical sense, but I do. Because everything you do in every freak of nature that you have is under God's order. And if you don't actually go by what he's telling you or what's right, man, you think that he finna be okay with your decisions, and you think he not finna whoop your ass? Yeah, he gonna give you an ass whooping. He gonna let you know that, but that's not for me to talk about. It did just hurt my feelings though. Even to you, Mr. Freeman. How many times did you walk back in this doggone door after I know you was with that girl and you sat there and trying to cry to me, holding my hand, and I got your head in my doggone shoulder and my doggone chest while you dropping crocodile ass tears when I'm the person that should be crying because you was hurting me. But I had to be strong enough for both of us. I had to be strong enough to accept your bullshit and still try to speak life into you because your decisions don't change me. What you do don't change me. How you affect, whatever it is, it doesn't affect who I am as a person. Y'all gotta understand that. Y'all men definitely need to understand that. It's a lot of stuff that y'all did thinking that y'all was gonna affect me personally, but it can't. That means y'all gotta understand I am who I am. I'm always be who I am. Nothing that nobody does is gonna be able to affect or change anything inside of me. I'm molded this way. So when I actually was sitting down praying for you, standing there, picking your face up. You too motherfucking big for me to be standing there with my small ass picking your fucking face up out the damn floor because you know you was wrong. I bet don't nobody else know that about you. I bet you walk around everybody else like you got everything put together, don't you, Mr. Freeman? Mr. Brun. Brun number 2. Um, yeah. But you know I know better than that. You know that you walk around everybody else like you just macho man. But remember when you was outside, I'm gonna keep on saying this, Smash, come on in and chime in. When he was trying to rhyme or whatever and writing his little raps or whatever, and you do good at it. I ain't gonna lie, you do good at it. But you don't have the same confidence in front of people that you have behind the scenes when you writing. You know, that same little ego boost or whatever. Now, I got it. I got it. So when I started listening to you, I ain't interrupt, did I? No. But within 2 minutes of you spitting your little raps and rhymes, I'm just like, nah, baby, push that shit out. I think that's exactly what I told you. Nah, nigga, push that shit out. Like, act like you really talking to some fucking body. Like, nigga, I can't feel you. I'm supposed to be able to feel this shit. Yeah, that's just how I am. That was just good moments. I don't really think about nothing bad no more. Cause if I think about the times that y'all cross me, yeah, I ain't gonna be sad. Y'all know I'm gonna be pissed off. And I don't like being like that no more. So I'm just saying, I start thinking about the good times. That don't mean I want to rekindle none. I'm just thinking about the good times because that's just who I am. Right? So I had plans for you too. You think that I was finna sit here and be rubbing elbows with all these doggone people in music industries and stuff like that? I don't want to sing. You know I like to smoke weed. I don't want to sing. Like I can. I don't want to rap, rhyme, none of that. I can do something else with music, definitely. But I ain't got to do all that. I mean, shoot, you was the person that was writing your own stuff. It take me a long time to write a song. I did. I wrote one. Matter of fact, I think I wrote it for you, but I was advised to burn everything that I wrote for you. I'm talking about all letters, all cards, everything that you gave me. I was advised to burn all of it. Just getting rid of the old so I can have something new. So I'm sorry, I had gave you a letter, or I had wrote it. It just never got to you. Just like them text messages that you be writing to me all the time, and you end up deleting it. Yeah, just never got to me, huh? Yeah, I know. How do I know that? Cause every time you think about me, I know it. And I'm just like, bruh, what you want? How you want to clear this up? Like, how we supposed to be cool after this? What is it? And that's exactly what every time you pop in my head, I'm just like, what? Well, what I'm supposed to do with this now? Cause we'd have been through the doggone ringer for real. And we done had family problems. My family ain't like you. My granddad, just a lot of folks ain't like you. I mean, for real. A lot of people kept on trying to talk me into just leaving you alone, not giving a doggone about you. You need to let them. Now I know you gonna know exactly who said this. I ain't gonna say no name on this one. You need to let him go back to the female that he be doing all this yada 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 for. I'm talking about the other baby mama. Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, you disrespected the shit out of my home, knowing that I spent my motherfucking gas, my time, my attention to actually go do for another fucking child. And then she did too, but we ain't gonna talk about her because there's no loyalty there. That ain't my damn friend. I don't know. I was only fucking with her because she was attached to you, and you know that. And I was only fucking with her kids because I wanted to help in general. So both of y'all was disrespecting the fuck out of my home. And then you tried to make it seem like my children was damn doing something to your she tried to make it seem like my children was doing something to her child. But you didn't even speak up about what happened with my daughter. And that child pushing my damn daughter down and hit my child in the motherfucking head. You ain't never seen my children do no stuff like that. Like never. So y'all just don't negate all the mess that was going on around my kids and try to make it seem like me and my kids did. So no, ain't nobody finna paint us like that. Because everybody that's been in our doggone home, no matter what we stayed at, my children have always been respectful. My children will actually give everything. Like, my girls will group up in one small twin size bed just for somebody else to come and sleep in their doggone bed that's spending the night over here. And they probably don't even want them here. Because people that come, children that come over my house, y'all doggone children be acting funny with my kids like this, just not they doggone home, only because they're respectful to everybody. Because they don't have a choice, because that's the way I raised them. But anyway, yeah. But Mr. Hester, this was the kicker. Oh, it's been taking me a long time to actually sit down and tell you this because I really can't stand the front and stuff that you try to put on like you ain't know what was going on. But I'm just trying to figure out how, because when I came to your house and I used your doggone phone to call Dallas and let him know that I didn't have no money to pay my light bill, and he know that I knew that he had access to my money. When he didn't answer the phone call, I text him, right? But you had your back turned. Don't you ever turn your doggone back to me. Ever. I scrolled all the way up and I was reading them doggone messages. But so I'm just trying to figure out two people that don't even communicate with each other. Why y'all over here making plans about where my children going, what's going on? This was way before. No, it wasn't way before I got arrested. But y'all already had conversed and y'all was talking about the situation before I even got arrested. And you know that I know that, right? So you stood in my face and you lied to me and told me that you didn't know nothing. You said that you didn't trust him. Well, I can't trust you for sitting there lying. And then you want to sit here, and that was another thing. I'm so tired of all three of y'all. Every last one of y'all go against each other. Every last one of y'all. And it's like y'all got me in the doggone middle. You sitting here telling me, oh yeah, Dallas told me that he went and bought a TV from Germany and yada yada yada. And now they all cool and buddy. But I'm sitting here like, but didn't Dallas buy you a phone? Didn't he buy you a phone? Why in the world somebody that you knocked out his doggone shoe, why in the world would he be buying you a phone? Why all this stuff happening surrounding my kids, but at one point in time, y'all couldn't even stand each other. Jeremy, me and you used to sit there and talk about Dallas all the doggone time. You said you can tell and you sense how he was about me, and you just negating that for real. You know that man wanted to piss y'all off like he actually was doing something. He trying to make it seem like he got everything on lock and he playing every last one of y'all. And I've been trying to tell y'all that. But y'all knew that when y'all started fooling with me. But I guess because y'all stopped fooling with me, that's when y'all wanted to start trying to play, sides with the ops. You picked the side. Now you got to stay there. But yeah, I told the feds about that too. I said, yeah, I was sitting up there reading them doggone text messages. I said, and these men never communicated with each other ever until this happened. Never. I said, now everybody friends. Now this person buying stuff from this person. Now this person, oh, my kids just text me and said they supposed to be going to see their sister today, but my kids also had an issue with they daddy not bringing them back my home just so they can see me